Many students complain about the reading part of the IELTS test. Some say the texts are difficult and unfamiliar. Yes, the topics are likely to be unfamiliar. I mean, how many people will read an article about a mountain called St. Helens, or about the Pyramid of Giza, or about the sonnets of Shakespeare? Not that many. The thing to remember is you don't need to understand the topic. No one will ever ask you to summarize what you've just read. You're just reading to fill in spaces using the keywords. Others might say, oh, the texts are too long and we don't have time to find all the answers. Time is often an issue, so you must do a lot of practice tests. Once you become familiar with all the question types and with the examiner tricks, you will become faster. So these are the common problems students face. Unfamiliar topics, unknown vocabulary, the text is academic, there's lots of technical vocabulary, and the texts are too long and there's a problem with time. To overcome the problems of time and unfamiliar text, it's a good idea to read authentic text as much as possible in preparation for the text. Articles from newspapers or magazines, for example. Practice speed reading and getting a general idea of the article. Find articles you're interested in and give yourself 1 minute to skim over it. What's the general idea of the article? What kind of article is it? What is the aim of the writer in this article? Over a short time, you'll build speed reading skills that will help you in IELTS reading. Don't focus on unknown words. It's not always necessary to know what each word means. Remember, you're just using the keyword technique to find where the answer is in the text. In most cases, the unknown words are just there to challenge you, and you can answer the question without them. As I mentioned above, you don't need to know every word in the passage. Writing down every unknown word is not a very useful way to build your vocabulary, as the passages are often about specific topics and the words are not very common. It's much better to focus on the most commonly found words in IELTS, which are the words in the academic word list in the link below. There are many exercises you can find by Googling the academic word list, which will help you to learn and remember them. Earlier on, I suggested using the zigzag skimming technique to skim through the passage and get a general idea of it. But when you do full practice tests, you may find that by reading the first and the last sentences of the paragraph, you get a better idea of it. Some students like to leave matching headings to paragraphs till last, because then you have a good idea of the text already. So it's much easier to choose the correct answer. You'll find what works best for you as you practice. So these are some of the techniques we have studied in this course. Skimming the passage and scanning more closely for the answer, matching words to synonyms and building your vocabulary. After studying the techniques in this course, you should practice doing timed tests yourselves. Remember to practice transferring your answers to the answer sheet within the 60 minutes. You can get an idea of what band score you will get in the real IELTS test with this chart. If you do make a mistake, use the answer key to understand why the answer was wrong, and this will help you to avoid making a similar mistake in future tests. You'll find plenty of choice in these resources. Find something enjoyable to read. If you're interested in wildlife, find articles about that. If you like fast cars or cooking or space, read about that. The main thing is to enjoy reading. That way you'll want to read more, and that will help you improve your reading skills so you can succeed in the real IELTS reading test. There's a lot of material for practicing the strategies in the ebook. Just follow the links here and in the back of the reading section. These are also some sites with many different kinds of articles. I'm sure you'll find something that interests you here, but there are infinite resources online as well if you don't.